There we go.
All right.
Okay, so welcome back to the Amsterdam Business Show. Joe, how's it going?
Not too bad. Great to be back. Great to see you.
Okay, so we're doing this a little different than last time. New setup. And we're going to talk about something a little different because we were on the show with On Point Consulting,
Correct.
but today we're having you on for...
Wristurments.
Cool, so what's that?
All right. So Wristurments is a new wearable that I invented a few months ago, and it teaches you how to play the guitar from your smartwatch.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the base, the introductory application. But our technology, really what it does is it aligns instructional content on your wearable with your natural line of vision whenever you're doing any kind of hands-on activity. So you get, the real-time instruction that's applicable to whatever you're doing. So for the instance of the guitar, we actually turn the watch around like this, and as you can see, traditionally, the content is displayed from left to right.
Yep.
So that's kind of carried over from the traditional timekeeping watch, where people have to go like this to see the watch.
Yep.
So it really limits a lot of potential applications. So what we did is we took the display and rotated it so it will line up with whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at. So we're doing it for guitar right now. We have a enhanced tab notation that we created that kind of augments the fretboard and tells you exactly where to put your fingers when you're playing different songs. It gives you instructional content that way, so you can keep your eyes on the instrument as you play.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's been working. I've been using it to teach myself over the past couple of months, so it's definitely a tool that I think will help a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. So how's that been going? You said you've been teaching yourself?
Yep. So I've been teaching myself for a while. I've been playing for probably 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
And that's actually when I had the idea. I was practicing chord progressions.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who don't know what a chord progression is, there's basically patterns that make up 99% of songs. There's actually only 27 patterns of chords. So it would be G, C, D, G. Just repeated on a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was trying to practice those, I looked down at my watch and was like, wow, I could put it right on my watch and it would be a lot more useful. So I went to make a prototype and programmed a bunch of chord progressions in at different tempos, so different time intervals. And just that basic function allowed me to really just play through the instruction and keep playing and really get better at those.
It's pretty cool. So because when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a really interesting idea because I'm not musically inclined at all.
Right.
No. So I thought it was a really cool idea for people because I know everyone likes their watches and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you had said, now is that an app on a smartwatch, you said? Or is it a device?
So right now, for our Kickstarter campaign, which we're launching on October 1st, we're actually going to be creating a wearable device. So it's really not a complete smartwatch. It just has the functionality that you're going to need for our program.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to program it on that device. And then in the future, we're most likely going to release an app for smartwatches.
That's cool.
So users can just download it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I guess we can talk a little bit about the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So kind of what is that? I've only seen a couple of those. So kind of what goes into that?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
So basically with the Kickstarter, it's crowdfunding.
Mm-hmm.
So with inventors and entrepreneurs that really don't have access to a lot of capital, but have an idea that people may be interested in, they can provide a reward or an incentive. So it's basically a pre-order for backing the device.
Yeah.
So in our instance, we're trying to raise $50,000, and the price of the smartwatch will be between $70 and $100, which is significantly discounted from the estimated retail price of $160 when we actually do finalize manufacturing. So it's really all or nothing. If enough people pre-order the device to get us to $50,000, which is kind of what we need to manufacture it, to finalize the app. Then we can move forward, use the money from the pre-orders to make the devices, and then deliver them to the backers.
That's really cool. Now, do you have a lot of people that have already tried it out, or I'm sure you have some people curious what the reactions are to it?
Yeah, I mean, most people that I've shown, so we've really been prototyping and beta testing different uses and different, specific functions since I've made the first prototype. And so that's really given us a lot of good feedback of how to really narrow down the exact features for what people are looking for.
Yeah.
So the chord progressions and the scales have definitely been really popular, and literally everybody that has tried it has really enjoyed it. So
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Let's see it. I'm gonna hold it up for the camera. So this is like I said, this is pretty cool. I love the idea. Like I said, I'm not musically inclined at all. I can dance.
Yeah.
So that's about all I got.
Really
but as far as
good.
instruments go, not quite so much. So I saw this. This is a really cool idea because I always wanted to play guitar.
Yep.
So I could totally see that in,
Yeah.
I guess, near future. So let's take a look at this.
There's
Okay.
basic chord progression.
Pulls through here, so you can kind of see.
One off there.
How do you turn it on?
Let's see.
Okay, there it goes.
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of what you. Does
So
it?
you gotta, let me see.
Oh, does it have to stay this way, or? Oh, there you go.
So you kind of gotta look at it.
That's odd. That's cool. Can I trick it? Can I trick it? Oop. Hold on. Let me move this. Okay, yeah, you can see it now. Okay, it's a little upside down, but
Yep.
you can see the progression there. And
Right, so that really
That's really
aligns
cool.
with where you're actually putting your fingers.
Yeah.
And tab notation, which is kind of similar to this, has been around, but it's standardized on sheet music.
Yeah.
So it kind of tries to replicate, playing an actual guitar, make it a little more intuitive than actual music notes.
Yeah.
So we really took that one step further, where we're overlaying it on the board, so it makes it, the mechanics of your hand
Yeah.
kind of a little more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's pretty cool. So, let's see. Okay, so we got Kickstarter, which is pretty cool. And you said that's October 1st?
October 1st at
Okay.
midnight
Okay. Yeah.
is when we're officially launching it.
Cool. How long is it going for?
30 days.
Okay, so you have 30 days to try to raise the 50,000.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pretty hopeful. I mean, that's not a huge amount of money as far as I've seen some Kickstarters go. So
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I had a whole bunch of questions, and now I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is so cool. I don't even know where to go. It's so cool. There's so much here.
Yep.
So you came up with the idea because you learned how to play the guitar. You did all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What made you actually go through with it? Because everyone has ideas.
Right.
And so, you've been on the show before, so I like to teach too.
Yep.
So at what point did we go from, hey, I'm learning how to play guitar, to, hey, maybe we could make a watch that helps people do this? Like, kind of, what's the
Right.
story there?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm really always thinking of ideas, and I've pursued a lot of them in the past that really haven't panned out to anything.
Yeah.
So I've been a little more hesitant on picking which ones to really invest a lot of time into. And this one was just so simple, and I was able to create a prototype, in maybe 6 hours of just the really basic, the chord progressions that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And the reason that it was so applicable to me and how it actually helped me, it was something that I wanted to create to make myself better at guitar, really kind of made me realize that, this could have some value, as opposed to other ideas where, I'm kind of just trying to create it to create a product rather than trying to create something to solve an immediate need of mine.
Yeah.
So that was really the telltale sign, what made me actually, follow through and really pursue the idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. I mean, it's, seems like a very simple idea, and I thought somebody else had to have been doing it. They have a lot of really good, educational programs that are on tablets, smartphones, computers, and everything, but that still requires you, to read the instruction and then apply it to what you're playing. And just that, level of ease that goes from not having to use any of those devices, where you can really just pick it up and play, was something that, was really valuable to me.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. 'Cause I think we kind of live in a world where everyone wants it just a little faster.
Yep.
So I could definitely see that being helpful.
Right.
Man, that's really cool. So what are we looking to move forward in the future with this? I mean, we're just hit that. So we're kind of just getting started. We're looking to move forward. You said you want to be producing an actual really nice product here.
Yeah.
Are we just doing guitars? Or are we kind of moving forward to expand on that and make a whole brand out of it?
Yeah, so there's actually like a lot of applications. Because I didn't invent it while I was playing the guitar, I figured that's the market that I know most about.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get started with that. It'll be a lot easier to market. But we want to immediately expand to other instruments. And then after instruments, we want to expand to other types of hands-on learning, where aligning the content with your vision while you're actually doing something would be applicable. So like golf, for example, we would put the wrist on the outside, put the watch on the outside, and we would rotate the display so it kind of lines up with your, with your golf club. Or if you're doing mechanics, if you're fixing a car or something, you have the instruction right there as you're actually fixing the car.
Yeah.
So there's really a lot, it's really just like an e-learning platform kind of based off of the concept of like technology is very helpful. It can be very helpful, but it can also be very overwhelming. So, we've kind of gotten to this state where it's technology first and then the person second, so people are very reliant on taking tons of information from the internet, Googling something for, hours and just getting lost in it. So what we're really trying to do is allow people to do an activity first and get just the amount of supplemental information that's going to actually help them, rather than overwhelm and, kind of get them on the wrong path.
Okay. Yeah, because I ran into that this morning where, for whatever reason, my internet will not work on this PC for whatever reason in here. So I had to figure out how to troubleshoot all this stuff without Google, which is interesting. That's a first. Yeah. So this kind of tails on to something I asked you earlier with, like, coming up with the thing and then moving forward. Someone like me.
Yeah.
I was never a technology guy, that type of stuff. So I can only imagine how much, like, to me, coming up with an idea of, let's make it like a smart watch that, can teach me to play an instrument, and actually doing that, like, it's just mind-boggling. So without getting into any stuff, like patents or anything like that, let's go through a little bit of that. Like, so you come up with an idea, then you somehow have to code a program and make an actual device that houses it. Like, let's go into some of that, because that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so we actually have a product engineer guy who's going to handle the housing of the device, really the mechanical parts. But my experience is in computer programming. So I didn't know too much about smartwatch development, but like I said earlier, Google is great for everything. So it's really just about nailing down exactly what problem you're trying to solve, what you're trying to do, and just take it step by step and follow the instructions. So it's definitely taken a lot of failures in the past, a lot of like learning experiences. But that really kind of gave me the process of how to move forward efficiently without really wasting time on something that is already invented or is not really going to have a market for it.
Yeah, because I've never heard of anything like this yet, which is funny because as far as I knew, smartwatches are fairly recent. Sort of jump on that so quickly is pretty cool. It's pretty freaking. It's awesome. I keep saying it's pretty cool. And I'll probably back you online just because we're friends and I think you need it. So we're looking to do all this really cool stuff. I don't even know where to go. That's really cool.
So we'll see how it pans out.
Definitely
excited to move forward, and hopefully we get enough backers so we can really bring this to market.
Yeah.
And
How many are you looking to actually put out? Because I know 50,000, you don't have an idea how many that's going to release, or are you going retail with it, or is it going to be like an online only type deal?
So for the Kickstarter, for the initial, it's really exclusively through Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do any other pre-order options.
Yeah.
And $50,000 would be about 400 to 500 units.
Okay.
Based on the pricing tier we're doing. So the first 350 pre-orders actually get it for the cheapest price, so for $69, and then the next 500 orders would get it for $79. So we kind of do a pricing model like that to kind of incentivize people.
Yeah.
And hopefully we, if we do surpass the $50,000 goal, then we'll be able to produce, all of those products and really put money into the development of the lessons in the app. And we're thinking about, doing a combined app, so like a smartphone and smartwatch app, so that we can have more in-depth, like kind of a bigger picture of your lessons, and then use the smartwatch as, you're actual practicing, kind of like a supplemental thing.
Cool. Yeah, because I can see that now. Like, this would be cool. Because I've seen this, I've been frustrated trying to figure this out in the past. So you're sitting there trying to learn how to play.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm not musically inclined, but it's not that I haven't tried.
Right.
So I could imagine, lay this out, like, especially if it's linked to like a phone or something, where you're playing, you play it wrong, and it recognizes that almost, which would be kind of cool. I don't know how you go about that, because like I said, that stuff is way beyond me. Like, but so you play it wrong, and it's like, okay, so it registers all on the phone and maybe helps you with that, or like even if it pops up lessons on, this is where you're struggling with this progression, practice this, and kind of help you through that process. I think that'd be kind of cool, but again, I would have no idea how to go.
No, I mean, that's definitely a big thing with having individualized instruction right on your smartwatch.
Yeah.
So even extending beyond music, in a classroom setting, you can really tailor the content to individual students because you get immediate feedback of, how they're performing based on whatever instruction. So I think that's also a really valuable piece there.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to find more of you, your product, all your stuff.
Yeah, so we're our website is Wristurments.com, so it's Wristurments, and then we're also doing a social media campaign on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and that is all at Wristurments. So basically everything is Wristurments. Our Kickstarter link will be posted on our website, as well as on all of our social media platforms.
Yeah.
And it's really how you can find us.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, and I was kicking around on your Facebook page the other day, just kind of watching the little video, which was doing pretty good. And you like the page already has almost 800 followers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And that's only been out for like a week or so. And so it looks like there's probably a lot of support there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of good response from a lot of people. A lot of also really good response from the guitar community, the more advanced players. Kind of seeing what features could improve. How it could be used to help the level that they're kind of playing at. So it's been very interesting. We're definitely excited about the response we've had so far.
Yeah, forgot to change it. We were talking, it was staring at me. But that's an interesting point, the advanced players. So it's not even just beginners, it can be more than that, I guess, as we move forward. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so another feature kind of for people who are at the level where they are playing with other people, playing songs and stuff, where you can actually link two Wristurments together through Bluetooth, and one person will play the rhythm of the song, and then the other person will play the lead of the song, so it will be synced up with your bandmate. So if you're just like jamming around a campfire or something, you don't want to pull your laptop out, but you have your smartwatch on, you can pick a song, and then it will show up on everyone who's playing smartwatch. So it's kind of a cool way to keep everybody
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of, what was that show? Not a show, game. Was it Guitar Hero or?
Oh, yeah.
I never got into it, but it kind of reminds me of like a mobile friendly Guitar Hero that's a real guitar and not like a little controller.
Yeah, I mean, Guitar Hero is definitely really popular.
Yeah.
The ease of use for it really attracted a lot of people.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're not playing an actual instrument, so we're hoping to take the fun, from that kind of concept and apply it to actually learning how to play.
Which is really cool. All right, awesome. Thanks for coming back on the show. Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Great.
And I'm really excited to see where this moves forward. So.
Yeah, thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah.
You as well.